Want to open your advent? Don't mind the sand everywhere. Here, baby, can you open this? Pull it open. Open it. Oh my goodness, it's Bluey! Is she stuck? Wow. Yeah, it's Christmas Bluey. Yeah, you got sand in your hair. Okay, that was the first one. We're gonna do the other one tomorrow, okay, baby? Are you so happy? Okay, so I forgot that I was going to start filming today. Today is Saturday the 30th, by the way. I'm filming the day before so that I can upload the day of, if that makes sense. Kevin got Sophie up and then was fishing with my dad, and I got the house picked up a little bit. Sophie and I opened our Advents. Mine isn't really an Advent, it's just a daily prayer for this month that we got from our church a couple years ago. And now I'm gonna sit down, drink some coffee, and do some knitting and wake up a little bit. Sophie is being crazy. She's playing with kinetic sand and making a mess everywhere, but that's all right. And is that a frog? Oh my goodness. Ribbit, ribbit. This is the yarn that I was using in my knit and chat. I was gonna make socks and it just wasn't working out. I think it's because this yarn is too thick but also too thin. I don't know. It's thicker than a regular fingering weight, but like thinner than when I make my chunky socks. So I think it was just throwing me off. It wasn't working, but whoa. So yeah, I'm using them, holding them double, and I'm making Kevin, I'm using my fingerless mitts pattern and I'm making him a pair of fingerless mitts because it is really cold in the mornings, so he can have some nice gloves in the morning. Plus he also likes to go fishing a lot, and it is cold here. It was 31 degrees when I woke up this morning, so, and he's fishing now. So I figured he would really like some mittens. I started these a couple days ago. I want to say on like Monday or Tuesday, but then I put them down. Oh, it might have been, what day was it? Saturday? Friday. I think it was last Friday. So a week ago. But then I worked on this in one day, and then I put them down because then I was starting a new project, which I'll show you later today. And then put them away because of Thanksgiving, and now I'm finally picking them back up again. So this is one day's work, but I haven't touched them in a week. So we're gonna try and finish this one and then maybe get started on the second one. We'll see. Just a little pick me up while I'm working on these while I drink my coffee to wake me up. Well, knitting didn't last very long. We are now playing with the kinetic sand. We're making circles.
Ice cream cone.
So that's all right. It was fun while it lasted. The plan today is, we don't really have a plan. Kevin is fishing, like I said, and Sophie is doing her thing. When Kevin gets home, we're gonna start working on our bathroom. Our bathroom project for our bedroom. We have a, what is that called? Master bathroom? The bathroom in the master bedroom? I don't know. We started that right after we moved into this house. So it's been, January will be 2 years of working on this project, and we are so close to being done. We got put in the new floors, so I think we're gonna get started on that today. And then we'll be just a few steps left, and the bathroom will be finally done. Okay, so today didn't really go as planned. Sophie and I kind of hung out for a little bit. I did rearrange the furniture. I don't know if anybody else does that, where you just kind of like have to rearrange your furniture every few months. But yeah, so I did that, and then Kevin came home and we went to his parents' house for lunch, and then we went and saw my parents for a little bit, and then came home, and now Sophie is napping, and Kevin and I are gonna sit down and watch a movie. And I am working on a project that isn't really working out so well. Basically what happened was I knit a swatch with the 4mm needles, and the swatch was 18 stitches per 4 inches, and then I think like 20 rounds or something. But I wasn't getting gauge. I was getting more like 14 stitches. So I tried sizing up and sizing down, and I was still getting 14 stitches per 4 inches. So then I was like, well, you know what, I'm just gonna wing it. And well, it's not really working. So I'm gonna rip back and try a different needle size, and maybe I'll try another swatch and see, maybe I'm just knitting too loose or something. So this is my Esther sweater by PetiteKnti. I'm having a hard time because, as you can see, I'm frogging it. These are the two yarns I'm using. They are both by Drops, I want to say. I don't remember what yarn it is, so I'll put the details in the description. But this is 100% alpaca, and then this is alpaca and silk mohair. So I'm holding those two together, and it's making this really nice light gray fuzzy fabric. The only issue is I didn't meet gauge, and so I was trying to get away with it by just doing the increases for the shoulder shaping, because this is a drop shoulder, so this is the back. And I was trying to just do it until I got the right width, and then once I did that, I was knitting to get the correct length for what would typically be my size, but it ended up being way too wide. So I'm gonna rip back. I think I'm gonna just start over completely, even though it was like, I'll put up a clip of it, but it was like, I think we're back like this much. So I've done a lot of knitting, and this was over the course of like a week's worth of knitting, but I think I'm just gonna rip back and try something different. So yeah. Okay, I just knit another gauge swatch. I finished frogging the entire thing. Oh, what a mess. I just finished frogging the entire sweater. And I had this giant ball of yarn. And I knit a gauge swatch. Oh, I'm dropping stitches. Oh no. One sec. Okay, so I don't know if you can kind of see. So I knit just stockinette, and then I started to kind of do the, kind of hard to show, the diamond pattern here. It's like a little triangle. Anyway, so I started out with just knitting with 4mm needles down here at the bottom, but it was still a little bit too, I think it was like 15 or 16 stitches. I'm pretty sure it was 16. So then like right about here, I switched to the 3.75, and I'm at 17 stitches, and even with the pattern, I'm at about 17 stitches, so I could go down to 3.5, but I don't know if I want to knit this on a 3.5. I'll try, I'll knit a swatch with 3.5, and if that gets me to gauge, I mean, it's one stitch. I just am dreading knitting this entire sweater on 3.5. That sounds terrible, but I'll knit the swatch, see what it looks like, and if I like that better, then I guess I'll do it. Otherwise, I might just stick with the 3.75. All right, it's a little bit later in the afternoon. It's getting dark so early. It's 5 o'clock, but it's been dark for a while now. Anyway, I think this is turning out a lot better. I knit another swatch a while ago, and I think I liked the look of the 3.75. I went down to a 3.5, and somehow I went from 17 stitches per 4 inches to 16 stitches per 4 inches. I don't know what it is about this yarn. This is the same problem that I was having last time. Like, with making this swatch, I don't know what it is. It's driving me nuts. I don't know. Anyway, so the first time I made the swatch, the pattern calls for 4mm needles, and it's 18 stitches per 4 inches. So I was doing that, and I was getting 14 stitches. So then I went down, I think I went all the way down to like a 3.5. And I was still getting, I think I ended up getting like 15 or 16 stitches per 4 inches. So then I went up, and I was like, okay, let me see what happens when I go up. So I went all the way up to a 5, and I was getting like 12 or 13. So I was like, this is not right. It's like, I tried it like 5, 4.5, 4, 3.75, 3.5. Like all of them were between 14 and 13, or like 15 and 12, that's what it was. 15 and 12. So none of them are meeting gauge, not even close. So I was just having a really hard time with that. And then, hey, no. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wing it, and I'm gonna do my own thing. Yeah, stinky girl. Oof. And I'm gonna just knit a smaller size to make up for the 4 stitches, which it was 4 stitches. It was like, I was getting like 3.5 stitches per inch or something like that. So I was like, I'll just knit a smaller size, and that should make up for it. It should like balance itself out. But then it ended up becoming way too freaking big. So I knit a swatch today, and the 3.75, I was getting 17 stitches per 18 inches. So that was working out really, really good. It might have even been like 17 and a half. So I'm just sticking with that, and I cast on again. I don't know if I can show you. It's turning out a lot better. You can kind of, yeah, the lighting is not the best, but you can see there's like a little triangle there. Focus, 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 not on me, focus on this. Okay, maybe if I do like this. There, so you can kind of see, yeah. Anyway, and the shape is also turning out really good. Another issue I was having with it was I was knitting the, like the last 2 stitches. It's kind of like, an I-cord, I think. An I-cord edge. Anyway, I was knitting those way too tight. And so they were kind of bowing up like this. And then the rest of the stitches were loose. So the part that's supposed to be flat was like going down. And then the two shoulder edges were like bowing out like wings. So I'm knitting those a lot looser. And that's helping it like sit in the shape you can see there. It's sitting in the shape that it's supposed to be. So I have a lot more hope this time around. It seems like it's going a lot better. But yeah, Kevin is upstairs working on the bathroom. I'm gonna take a break from that, and Sophie's gonna go have some playtime, and I'm gonna help Kevin with the bathroom. I think we might work on that for a little bit, put Sophie down to bed here pretty soon, and then I think we might just watch a movie. Maybe. We didn't end up really watching the movie earlier. We were kind of both like putting around doing things, so we might try and rewatch it again later. And then yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today on the day 1 of Vlogmas, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.